So the next thing we see is Bar Brady again with Pieface and Balding, the Young Bucks, and they're supposedly at Twinkle Toes' house. And they're going to see Kenny because they want to find out what's going on with him and what happened last week where they got Iggy'd out of that match by Callis and blah, blah, blah. And they come in. Well, first of all, Michael knock it the fuck off and get off my television is the butler. And he answers the door and he lets them in. And they go in and they see a painting of Twinkle Toes and Callis jacked up like fucking two Mr. Universe contestants in a very not even vaguely homoerotic pose of themselves. And we find out that Twinkle Toes ain't there, but Callis is there. And son of a gun, he didn't realize that the Bucks didn't have Kenny's new phone number. And it sounds like kids in high school arguing about their friendship or whatever. Oh, you didn't get my new number. I changed my phone. Callis looks like a giant next to these two idiots. They kicked Marvez out, and they kicked the cameraman out and set the camera down so it would continue shooting exactly what they wanted it to shoot. And after they did a bit for a while, Callis tried to bribe them to just get out of Kenny's life and leave him alone, and I would have taken that money. But they didn't want to do it, and then you heard something. We were alleged to believe off camera there was a scuffle. Is this the way that they were going to remake the world's greatest wrestling artist into the old cleaner is back, the greatest wrestler in the world? What a heel he's going to be with this, whatever this is. What was this?
This was bad. Look, this is the silliness you're going to get when you have the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega on creative. They think this is good. They think it makes sense. None of their stuff in AEW, nothing in AEW booking overall goes from A to Z with everything making sense. Things are never laid out and explained properly.
You know, some of these things might make sense if they were interesting enough where you actually cared to listen to hear what they were saying, but they deliver it in such a childish, insipid, and phony way that you don't give a fuck anyway. And they have no personalities.
To be fair, I'm sure the Young Bucks think they're good actors.
You know what Mama Cornette used to say about thought? She said the old guy thought he farted, but he shit.
I'll reiterate what I said last week. Tony Khan is nuts for doing a deal with Impact.
Oh, I thought you were going to put a period after nuts.
No, and for elevating Don Callis and considering everything that's gone on with Impact, and specifically with Don Callis, I'm very curious if Brandy Rhodes or any of the women there have any issue at all with this guy being used in this manner.
They don't know anything about that stuff. That's all taking place in Canada. Anyway.
I know all about that stuff.
That's because you know everything. But Stephen P. New has said that we're not allowed to talk anymore about it.
I've seen the documentation.
Yes.
I didn't sign an NDA.
Hey.
I'm not someone who signed an NDA. I could say anything.
Stephen P. News.
I wouldn't use Don Callis in a million
Well, wait a minute. I signed an ND. I signed a non-disclosure with AEW. That doesn't count with Impact. But I wasn't there. I just know what the fuck happened. But
I have not signed any NDAs.
You haven't signed shit with anybody.
I could talk all about Impact and Don Callis and Anthem. I could talk all about independent investigations. I could talk all about this stuff.
Asper family is the
Aspers.
A very high thought of family up in Canada.
Big name in Canada. I could talk all about it.
They need help in hiring their private detectives. Anyway,
I didn't sign anything. I could say all sorts of stuff.